All right, guys, our next guest is a National Golden Gloves champion in 1994 and 1995, the winner of the bronze medal boxing at the 1996 Summer Olympics. He is now a big part of the money team as Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s assistant trainer and strategist. He joins us here today. Nate Jones, welcome to Submission Radio. How's it going?
How you doing, brother? How you doing, Australia? This is Nate Jones. How you doing,
Nate, thank you so much for joining us on the program. And we can understand it's a busy time, an exciting time right now for you with the Conor McGregor fight finally being announced. Tell us, what's happening in your life right now? It must be a crazy turnaround. Has training begun? What are you doing right now? We know you're in the gym.
Well, right now we're training. We're getting ready for this big fight with McGregor. We know that this is a big fight and it's mega fight. And so we're just getting ready to get prepared for, we don't take nobody lightly. We're working hard because at all times we got to, Floyd knows he takes no one lightly. And this is a serious fight for his legacy. And it means everything to Floyd. No matter if he's in the ring with McGregor or Pacquiao, he's going to train the same and very hard. So we're ready.
All right, so Nate, we've seen you in countless videos with Floyd, but for all the fans out there listening, tell us about your relationship with Floyd. How did it all start, and what exactly do you do with him leading up to a fight? What exactly is your role?
Well, I met Floyd in 1994, getting ready to. We was fighting in the National Golden Glove tournament, hopefully to qualify for the Olympics that was coming around in 1996. So in 1994, I met this kid that talked so much smack, but I never seen him fight yet. Every morning he would be talking how tough he is, how bad he is, but I never seen him fight. So by the time the semifinals came, this kid was steady talking how good he was, and I just walked up to him and said, I can't wait to see you fight because you talk a lot of smack. So later on that day when the fight was about to happen, I seen this kid walk into the ring. I said, yeah, there go that kid from Michigan that talk a lot of smack. Let me go watch you fight because I want to see how good you say you are. And before he got out the ring, I bowed to him. Because I never seen nothing like him. He demolished this guy within like one round, and he looked tremendous. And so from that point on, he asked me, he said, who you fighting? I said, I'm fighting that guy right there. He said, you fighting this guy right here? Raynon Woods? I said, yeah. He said, well, let me see what you do. So I ended up stopping Raynon. Anyway, we both ended up winning the National Golden Glove team, winning the National Golden Gloves, and we both made the USA team. So we started traveling across the country together, we went across the world together, fighting different countries, and we became the best of friends. And from that day on, when I met him and seen him fight, he became my best friend. And it's been the same ever since. And what I am to Floyd when he's in the ring and then when he's training now is his eye. I make sure he keep his fundamentals. I make sure he don't bend his back. I make sure he drop his thumb. I make sure that he don't have his feet too wide. Because when these young boys get in the ring with a veteran like Floyd, most of these young kids don't have fundamentals. And what we lack, when we lose our speed and our power, we don't lose our fundamentals. So fundamentals keep you on top at the end of the day. Anybody that you know that's fundamentally sound in any sport, go the farthest. Floyd is very fundamentally sound, and we work on that every time we're in the gym. And I remind them, your back too straight, so off your thumb. Your feet too wide, Floyd. Keep your feet straight. Don't be wild with your movement. Them the things I remind him of, because Floyd's already a champion. He's already great. He just needs every now and then someone to remind him to keep him on top of his game, and that's what I do.
Wow, that's amazing, Nate. Let's talk about this fight for a couple of minutes. I mean, a lot of people sort of trying to figure out what really drew Floyd to taking this fight with Conor McGregor. Some say it's obviously the huge money that's involved. Others saying it's getting the 50-0 record. But from your perspective, what do you think was the thing that drew Floyd to actually accepting a fight with Conor McGregor?
Because Floyd accepts any challenge. This is a challenge to Floyd. Floyd wants to be able to show the world that he is the best in whatever sport he does. Floyd wants to show everyone that no matter what you do, you got to work hard in. No matter what you do, you got to believe in. This is a fight for legacy with Floyd. This is something that's going to draw a lot of a good fan base for Floyd. It's going to let a lot of people see how great he is. It's MMA combined with boxing, and that's something that boxing needs. I mean, for real, Floyd is doing it for the legacy of the game because the boxing is lightly dying. But MMA, with the blend of boxing, is going to bring an attraction that the world ain't never seen before. And this may happen again. This may open the door and somewhere in the future, this can happen again. So Floyd is just getting boxing a little bit more recognition, and that's what boxing needs right now, because a lot of worldwide fans from boxing is dying out, and they pick it up in MMA, and he's just trying to steal the fans back and put boxing back where it needs to be.
I mean, you speak about the world of boxing. This fight has had a lot of criticism from the boxing world. Oscar De La Hoya wrote an open letter condemning the bout, saying our sport might not ever recover. What did you think when you saw Oscar's comments and some of the criticism from the boxing world?
You know, first of all, Oscar is one of my Olympian comrades he was in the 92 Olympics and I was in the 96. So I'm not going to knock him or disrespect him in any type of way. But
Sure.
I guarantee you this, if he has the opportunity to do it, he will do it. The boxing need another push. And Floyd is giving it another push. And if he had Floyd Mayweather, he wouldn't be saying this. He wouldn't be saying nothing. He'd be letting the fight go on. It's just, to me, it's just the fact that he's not able to do it, and he's not in those shoes to do it, and Floyd's able to do it. And that's one thing he's mad at. But it's going to bring boxing back where it needs to be. It's going to bring more MMA fans to boxing and get the world back appreciating boxing like they once used to do.
Wow. And talk to us about Conor McGregor as far as when he sort of first popped up on yours and the Money Team's radar. Did you guys watch many of his fights or follow his career along the way? And we've had UFC fighters say that Floyd approached them back in 2015 about helping them prepare for Conor McGregor. How long has this sort of been in planning from the team?
Well, for me, I've been hearing for the last 9 or 8 months of them talking about the fight. And I knew that it was a possibility that this fight can happen. But like I tell Floyd, and I'm going to remind Floyd that this fight, you can't. Anyone that's great in anything, you must respect it. Tiger Woods can fight a little bit. Michael Jordan is tough. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is tough. Anybody that's tough has a certain DNA. So we're not going to take them lightly. And I don't care what no one says. You know what I'm saying? This is something that you must train hard for. It's just something that you must focus on. Because anyone great can be great at any night. And no matter whatever sport it is, they can be great at any night. And that's one thing we're aware of. That's one thing we want to be on top of our game about us being prepared. And that's because anyone that's great can be great at any night.
Have you had much of a chance to watch much tape on McGregor, and what do you think about his boxing skills from what you've seen in his UFC fights?
Well, I'm going to say this much. I think he has good, first of all, he's wiry. He's a little bit longer than Floyd. And I think that he has tremendous punching power. And when someone that gets carried that and wiry and he's game, he's nutsy, he will pull anything off. He will try anything. And them are the type of guys you got to worry about. This is not a walk in the park for Floyd. We're not going to take it like this one. We're going to train like we're fighting Mike Tyson or Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying, or Alvarez or someone like that. We're going to work hard because at any given time, anybody can hit you with a shot. And he got tremendous punch power in his MMA fights. He's been really, really punch. And anybody can hit. You just play out to stay on top of this game. We can't get hit with a shot that's going to hurt us. Don't think it ain't possible that Floyd can get hit with a shot and maybe hurt. And that's one thing we're going to prepare for, and that's one thing we're going to be ready for. We got to be ready for the unexpected. Anything can happen tonight.
And just curious, how do you prepare Floyd for a guy like McGregor? Do you sort of need to do anything different and adapt your training methods to Conor's, potentially unorthodox style? You say you respect him as a legitimate test, or do you sort of keep the training camp the same, seeing as Floyd's already beaten some of the best boxers in the world, and you just keep doing what you've been doing all these years?
We're going to keep doing what we've been doing. We're going to train hard like we're fighting Mike Tyson. And one thing we're going to be aware of is his punching power. You know what I'm saying? Because McGregor, I don't think McGregor has enough skill to outbox Floyd and win a boxing match. I think McGregor has enough punching power to land a couple of big shots with Floyd and hurt Floyd. And that's one thing we're going to be. That's what I'm going to be concerned about with Floyd. I'm going to make sure his hands is up. I'm going to make sure we don't look at him like an easy walk in the park. Our hands going to be up like we're fighting Mike Tyson. Our skills going to be together like we're fighting Mike Tyson. Our speed going to be together like we're fighting Mike Tyson. Or we're fighting Pacquiao. Our hands going to be right. We're going to be mentally prepared. Our condition going to be like we're fighting Pacquiao or Mike Tyson. We're going to be ready for this fight no matter what. No one else say we're training like never before because we don't want, us to lose our legacy. Floyd been saying this his whole life. He's going to be the best fighter ever lived, and that's what he's been training on. That's why he trained. That's what he believes in, and that's what he knows. That hard work pays. Floyd worked harder than anybody in any sport I ever met, and we're not going to take them lightly, and we're not going to lose. We're going to be prepared for anything. We will win that fight, but I don't know how exactly, but I know we're going to win.
Conor McGregor's striking coach, Owen Roddy, predicted that McGregor will get the finish mid-fight a couple of rounds in. From your perspective, is there a way that you see this fight playing out?
Well, basically, I'm going to be in the corner with Floyd. I'm going to be working, you know what I mean? Basically, I'm just going to see what he got. And if from that point on, I'm going to let Floyd know what to be aware of. I mean, you never know how his arm reach compared with Floyd. You never know how, because style make fights. We don't never know. He may be awkward for Floyd. Floyd may be awkward and deceiving for him. And he may be the same for Floyd. When a fight happens, that's when you know what you'll be able to tell your fighter what to do and what to be aware of and what to stay on point about. It's going to be very interesting. I've seen a couple of sparring sessions. I don't take none of that lightly. Most of that work could be fake work. You know what I'm saying? I look like it can be something that they want to put on social media just to distract us and have us thinking that it's going to be an easy night. We don't pay that no attention. Floyd not going to look at it no way. You know what I'm saying? I'll look at it, but we're not going to pay it no attention because we're going to work like never before. And that's what we're doing now, and that's what we're always going to do. Please believe me that we're not taking this man lightly. Please believe me you're going to see Floyd in the best shape of his life. Please believe me that no matter what it takes, he's going to come out with the win. It could be rough. It might be easy. You never know.
Nate, I'm wondering, did you see the sparring footage that Conor McGregor had with Chris Van Heiden? Because a lot of fans saw that footage, and I think a lot of the sort of negativity towards Conor McGregor's chances came from the fact that he didn't look very good sparring against Chris. Have you seen that footage of him sparring against Chris Van Heiden? And if you have, what were your thoughts when you saw that?
I think I've seen that sparring. First of all, like once again I said, I looked at it, but to me, it's a possibility where it can be staged. We don't fall for that. We prepare for anything. Mm-hmm. Please believe me. I looked at it and I came up with my opinion that it could have been some real work and it could have been staged. I don't know. His style is a different style from Floyd. I don't know what that's not Floyd. He may be more difficult than Floyd's going to be for him. Style make fights. He may give him a different look inside the screen while he's sparring him than what Floyd's going to give him. We don't take none of that like that's a different man. That man name do not start with Floyd Mayweather. So we're not worried about that. We're going to train hard. I looked at it, and after a while, I watched the whole entirety of it. But I know that it could be staged, and that don't mean anything. We're not going to take that lightly. That don't mean nothing to us. I looked at it, but it don't mean anything. We're going to train like never before. I don't think Floyd look at it because he don't do that. We ain't worried about that. We don't worry about it. We look good or when we look bad. It don't matter to us. Because they could be staged. He might get in the ring and fight somebody else. That could be staged, or it could be him. We just don't see what is going to happen on August 26th when he lined up with the best up. We'll see then.
Right. And Nate, you mentioned how this is a legacy fight for Floyd, and this is the fight that's going to get everybody, back into boxing and bring boxing to where it sort of needs to be. Is it important for Floyd to have a flawless performance in order to show the skill gap between a boxing legend like himself compared to an MMA fighter like Conor?
Well, it's important for us to win the fight. It's important for us to look as best as we can, and it's important for us to win. That's the one thing that we're more concerned of. If it be rough, if it be slacky, if it be nasty, weird looking, we don't know. But we know this, that we're going to win. And we need to bring boxing. Floyd needs to want to bring boxing back because he's a manager and a promoter. You know what I mean? With TMT, and he wants TMT to live on with boxing, entertainment, music, movies, and he wanted to get boxing. That stage has been on for all these years. He don't want it to fade away because I don't want boxing to die. Any true boxing fan don't want boxing to die. And it looked like boxing is taking a backseat to MMA, and Floyd want to bring it back. And why not fight McGregor? He's the best in his sport. Floyd's the best in his sport. It's both a contact sport, so Floyd's going to fight him in boxing. And let's see what it does. Let's see does it bring the right attraction to people. Let's see does it be a very interesting fight, which I think it will. And let's see if it brings boxing and MMA to a bigger and higher stage, and that'll be perfect.
Nate, there's been some controversial moments in Conor's media events. In one event, he was throwing bottles and cans, and in another one, he picked up a chair and looked like he was going to hit his opponent with it. And during the stare downs, he can get pretty intense. What do you think would happen if he tried to do some of those things with Floyd? How do you think those would play out, in your opinion?
It's not going to rattle Floyd. As long as he don't put his hand on Floyd, we're not going to worry about that. He can do whatever. He was going to throw a bottle. He can throw a chair. As long as he don't hit Floyd Mayweather, we're going to worry about what happened August 26th. That's what we need to worry about. Chairs don't win fights. Bottles don't win fights. Men do. Boxing gloves and fists win fights. That's the one thing we're going to be more worried and concerned about. It's his inside the ring on the 26th of August. That's what we're worried about. We're not worried about that stuff. He can hoop and holler. He can throw a bottle. He can throw a chair. But no. He got to worry about the legal process of things that he does. If he throw a bottle, hit somebody in the hand and bust their hand, if it's Mayweather or anybody else, he got to deal with that. He got to face God with that. He got to face the law with that. We ain't worried about that. We're going to go by the book. We're going to be ready, and we're going to beat this man. And wherever it takes, we're going to fight for the win.
I mean, when the fight was announced, Conor McGregor put out a picture of him and Floyd's father, Floyd Mayweather Sr. He's been known to be one of the best trash talkers in combat sports. Do you think Floyd's ever faced anyone like him with the ability to really get in their opponent's head like a Conor McGregor?
Well, one thing about great fighters, what makes you great is this. One of these things is this: you got to be able to give it and take it. You got to be able to give the power and take the power. You got to be able to give speed. You got to be able to take the speed. You got to be able to give that shit talking. You got to be able to back it up. You got to be able to accept. You got to be able to take the good with the bad. And that's what greatness is about. If you can swim through turmoil and come out with a win, that's what the signs of greatness. Floyd has that in his DNA. We're not worried about nothing McGregor do. Even if the fight get rough for us, we've been in a position where we had rough fights and we swim the way to a victory. The Madonna fight was kind of rough. He swam the way to a victory. You know what I'm saying? We've been through that before, and we know what it takes, and Floyd know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? It ain't how you end, it's how you start and how you finish. You know what I'm saying? It's ain't how you finish. And with Floyd, it's been undefeated because we find a way to win, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to find a way to win. That smack talking, and then what he's going to do ain't going to have nothing to do when we put on those gloves, and we'll abide by the rules. He'll abide by the rules with Floyd, and he come right. It's going to be a very interesting fight that we will win.
After this fight, would you like to see Floyd keep fighting, or do you believe retiring at 50-0 is best for his legacy, Nate?
Well, that's up to Floyd. We don't know how. Floyd, we got to talk to Floyd and see how he feels. I think if Floyd fights again after this fight, should be one or two more times, if that. If not, he's 40 years old. If not, he's cool. I'm cool. Because he come a long way. And he bagged every word he said. When I first met him, he was just a loud-talking kid that talked so much smack. And it happened to be true. This dude really kept up to his word because losing is not an option for Floyd. Floyd just can't accept losing. Anything, cards, running, spades, basketball games, his will to win is stronger than anything I've ever met. And that's what gets Floyd over the top. And that's what when that will with Floyd, and when he know it's over, when he say it's over, it's over. I'm going to support him when he say he's ready to do one or two more. I'm going to support him. If he don't, well, I'm cool. I'm happy. 15-0, the best who ever did it. Floyd Mayweather.
Nate, we want to talk to you about a new line of Under Armour that's coming out in just a second. But before we do, I just want to ask you, a lot of people talk about how Floyd Mayweather is old. He's 40. We've heard rumors that he's broken his hands a number of times and his body's not where it used to be. Can you confirm to us physically, where is Floyd Mayweather compared to when we saw him last? Is he still the same Floyd Mayweather that people remember?
Well, one thing about Floyd, he takes care of his body. He has hand specialists. He has a dietitian. He has a physical trainer. Floyd takes care of himself. And Floyd he's not done. Floyd was slowly preparing himself. Floyd knew he was going to do this before any of us knew about it. He would start taking care of himself, doing things, getting prepared for this. Floyd, to be great and be on top of your game like that, you don't take nothing lightly, and you never lack off. And that's one thing about Floyd that we knew that, you know, he must be 100%. He must feel good enough to do it, because if it's broke, he's not going to try to fix it. When it's over, it's over. You know what I'm saying? But right now, Floyd feels like it's not over. And Floyd maybe have one, maybe two, or this may be it. We'll know after the fight. We'll know when everything's said and done. After Floyd talks to me and he feel confident, he's not going to put himself in a mess of position, because Floyd never seen losing in his path. And if he felt that way, he wouldn't do it. So it's up to Floyd. It's up to him knowing how his hand feel, how his body feel, how his head feel. That's on him. I'm going to support him whatever he do. Like, he's ready for this fight, I'm going to support him. And if it's over, it's over. If we do one or two more, I'm going to ride with him. You know what I'm saying? Now today, when I see that he's not what he used to be and he's still trying to fight, that's when a friend like me going to come and say, look, champ, it's over, baby. It's over with. But Floyd's not going to let that happen, because Floyd prepared himself well, and Floyd know when it's over, it's over. And this could be the last time we see Floyd fight. You know what I'm saying? This could be the last time. It's up to Floyd. He's very unpredictable. We don't know. But it could be the last time.
Wow, yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much for your time, Nate. Before we ask you about your new Under Armour line that's coming out, I just want to quickly ask you, I mean, Conor McGregor, he's famous for his predictions. His coaches have been making. Do you have an official prediction for this one?
Hold on. Let me say something. You saying the wrong thing. It's not Armour. It's ringside. It's Nate Jones' stomach pad. You know what I'm saying? It's the Nate Jones stomach pad. It's not Armour. It's by ringside. It's called Nate Jones stomach pad. Everyone knows me from working with Floyd. We shouldn't do correct body shots to the stomach. People don't give Floyd his correct acknowledgement of his body punch. Floyd's one of the best body punchers in boxing history. And, you know, with that stomach pad, with the Nate Jones stomach pad, it's just so protective, and it helps you teach how to throw real good body shots. Now, back to what you were saying.
I was going to say, well, we want to find out more about these body pads, but before we move on, and I apologize for the Under Armour, I think it was a miscommunication with your assistant and us. He said Under Armour, but we want to find out more about it. Before we find out more about it, just quickly, your prediction for this fight. Do you have a prediction for this fight? Because a lot of people, Conor McGregor's coaches, Conor McGregor, you know, they're known for their predictions. Is there a way that you see this fight ending in August?
Well, one way I can see the fight ending is Floyd outboxing him, beating the crap out of him. Another way I'm going to be concerned about is if Floyd gets to the point where he frustrates him too much, McGregor can do something crazy. That's one thing I'm worried about. And I hope it's something in the contract, in the clause, that if he does something stupid, he loses his purse. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Now, can Floyd catch him and hit him with a good shot and catch him? Of course he can. Can he catch Floyd and hit him with a good shot and hurt him? Of course I think he can. No one has ever did that. I mean, we seen Sugar Shane Mosley, we seen Chop Corley, we seen Zab Judah hit him with a good shot, and Floyd kept going. You know, this guy might be I think his punching power I think he punches a little bit harder than those guys. That's my opinion. I would be more concerned about this fight because Floyd's a little older now. He's 40 years old. McGregor has crazy weird power and he does weird shots from weird angles. I'm worried about that. But my prediction in the fight is Floyd either confusing him and frustrating him and stopping him in the later rounds, or Floyd outboxing him, or he doing something stupid and losing the fight. That's my prediction. I think the fight could be interesting. I think the fight will finish within, you know, it may go the distance, or it may get stopped late in the fight. I think when Floyd gets on with that speed and Floyd's slickness and his skills, I think it can be a problem. But at all times, you have to be worried about his power. I think if Floyd wins a good fight, I think if we don't stop in the late rounds, we win a good decision.
Wow, well, we can't wait to see what happens now. Nate, like we mentioned, the ringside stomach pads. How can people in Australia and New Zealand and all our listeners around the United States and the UK, how can they get their hands on this? When is this coming out? Where do they go to pick this up?
Well, it will be in ringside catalog. I think within the next month it will be out. You will see me working with it with Floyd Mayweather for this camp, and we're gonna ringside will after this fight, after the Mayweather fight, we'll be going down to ringside, and we're going to be having it within the next month. It will be out. So ringside catalog will be out within the next month. You'll be hearing about the Nate Jones stomach pad. So everybody tune in from Australia to America. Tune in from the Mayweather-McGregor fight, and also get one of the stomach pad machines that keep Floyd in shape and keep everybody throwing good body shots. And body shots is very important in boxing. A lot of people go to the hand a lot. Boxing is very important. If you look at Floyd is 50-50% fighter. He goes 50% to the head and 50% to the body. Most of these guys are 90% to the head and 10% to the body. If you ain't 50-50, you're going to be predictable. That's what Floyd is. He's unpredictable because you never know where his next shot going to come from. So tune in. The Nate Jones stomach pad coming soon. Ringside catalog.
There you go, guys. You heard it from Nate himself. The fight goes down on August the 26th in the United States and the 27th here in Australia due to the time difference. Make sure to look out for the ringside catalog and pick up Nate's stomach pads. And once again, we thank you for joining us here on Submission Radio, Nate. Best of luck in the fight. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for talking to me.